Breaking news. After the failed Wagner mutiny, several high-ranking Russian generals were killed, demoted, or vanished. A Russian lawmaker said on Wednesday that Lieutenant General Oleg Sokov was killed in a Ukrainian missile strike on Monday, and that Major General Ivan Popov had been removed from duty. One of the highest-level losses for Russia during the course of the war, The New York Times called Sokov's death as the deputy commander of Russia's southern military district. When asked about Sokov, Russian lawmaker Andrei Gurulyav said that he died heroically in the occupied city of Berdyansk. Popov was the commander of the 58th Army, which has been fighting in the Zaporizhia region of Ukraine, and he was recorded saying that he had been removed from his position because of his concerns about the high number of Russian casualties and the lack of artillery support. It was necessary either to keep quiet and be a coward or to say the way it is, he said. Popov stated that high-ranking military officials were traitors. Since Wagner paramilitary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin led a brief mutiny against Russia's military chiefs, at least 15 senior military officers, including Popov, have been suspended or fired, according to the Wall Street Journal. At least 13 officers, including top commander General Sergei Surovikin, have been detained or arrested. Russian lawmaker Andrei Kartapalev said on Wednesday that Surovikin, the head of the aerospace forces and former top Russian commander in Ukraine, was taking a rest and unavailable right now. Surovikin has not been seen in public since the mutiny. The journal claimed that Surovikin was being held and questioned in Moscow. He is a friend of the mysterious Prigozhin, who has also disappeared. On the other hand, in the southern Russian city of Krasnodar, Captain second-rank Stanislav Ritsky was shot and killed by a Ukrainian man who has been arrested by Russian authorities. According to Russian law enforcement, they were able to get the alleged Ukrainian gunman to confess that he had been recruited by Ukrainian intelligence to gun down Ritsky. On Tuesday, Ukrainian military intelligence claimed that Ritsky had commanded a submarine that was involved in missile attacks on Ukraine. James Carville, a longtime Democratic political consultant, bluntly assessed Fox News' audience on Wednesday, calling it a giant monster that you have to feed every night. Carville made this comparison to MSNBC's Ari Melber while discussing the defamation lawsuit filed earlier in the day by two-time Trump supporter Ray Epps. According to Epps, the conspiracy theory that he was an undercover agent trying to provoke violence from Trump fans at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021 was bolstered by former Fox host Tucker Carlson. A scapegoat to blame other than Donald Trump or the Republican Party was needed by Fox News after the uprising, the lawsuit claimed. In agreement, Carville, Fox viewers desperately needed another explanation for the violence, Carville argued, one that didn't involve Trump and his allies inciting it and former president supporters committing the acts of violence. His next statement, if they were going to keep their audience, they had to supply it, implied that Epps was the alternative rationale. That audience, they just can't let it go, he continued. The monster needs to be fed every night and is enormous.